Alright, it took a second, but we're back.
We're back.
Welcome, welcome. I am Captain Dragon Chains. And I think we're finishing up Dark Souls Remastered today. Maybe. Maybe. Oh. We'll try. So I really want to try out this new game that I got. Like about a couple weeks ago, I think it was. Much. I got the dogs out for free. Oh, here we go. Fuck it. Let's fucking go. What? Huh. Alright. Huh. Alright then. What are those? Okay then. Much. She's so in love with me. Oh, hi there. That's what you get for trying to sneak up on me, you little bastard. Alright, what do you got? Nothing. You got nothing. What you got? Oh, you suck. No good. Much. Sorry, my cat needs love right now. She's just all about it. Yes. She needs it. She can't do anything without it, man. Oh. Oh, Machi, I love you too, but like, you can't just keep looking at me with those love me eyes. All right. I'm like, what's gonna kill me? And where do I go from here? Oh. Oh, hi. Sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to not, you know? Sir? Seriously, where do I go from here? Um. Oh, me dingus. Oh, geez, stop looking at me like that, okay? Daddy's playing something, man. Let me play. Sir? Oh. Alright, then. Oh, he died too. I do like that we get 20 flasks. Fuck yes. I don't even have like a fully upgraded weapon, and we're just like, we're killing it. Halberd is all you need. I think realistically any weapon would have been fine. Like pretty much any weapon. Not every weapon, but like basically every weapon. Sir, you're supposed to be dead. Die. Where does this lead? To death. Sir, now's not a good time. If you could just fall off the edge there. Yeah. Oh. Good job, thank you. Self-love. Let's talk about self-love. So it's just like, I'm not even joking. I was just talking to my therapist like a second ago about like self-love, and what I'm finding right now is that self-love is hard for me because I have no practice, right? It's easy for me to love somebody else than it is to love myself, which is a perfectly normal thing for a lot of people. Not necessarily everybody, but I find right now that I can hold love for other people while also holding love for myself. Oh, here we are. Oh, Jesus. This is going to be easy. First try. Oh. 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 Oh, shit. Okay, I was expecting that. No, that's good. I like that. This is gonna be a great final boss. So, so it's really easy for me to have self love. I mean, no, to love other people in particular. It's just really easy. I don't find that I can easily spend money on myself for things that I want or need, but I can easily do that for somebody I care about, and they don't. You know, sometimes it's not even people that I like care all too much about. Sometimes it's just random people, and we were talking about, you know, my process with sobriety. How, you know, it's something that you want, right? Being sober is something that you have to want. There's a good period of my life where you know, I had the idea of like, oh, I could try to get sober. Every time that I would actually try to get sober, I'd have to ask myself, is this actually what I want? And then I'd be like, no, not actually. Um, so it kept me not sober for a long time, and I kind of needed a reason to want to get sober. So I found firefighting, and that was a good enough reason for me. Damn, this is gonna be hard. So, just like anything in my life, you know, right now, yeah, you know, that's just my process of like getting sober. Uh, it was something that I wanted. It was something that I didn't put a time frame on, and I said I have the rest of my life to get this sobriety. And 5 months later, I got sober off of alcohol, nicotine, and weed. Um, and that was, you know, after realizing that I could just take it day by day and not have to be like, oh, I need to be sober in 6 months. Like, that's just like an awful way to look at things. Is that you need to? No, it's like you want to, and if you want to, you'll do it. So recently, I've been faced with, you know, I didn't really ever want to heal from my past, and to be honest, care about treating people right, which is awful that I didn't want that, but I didn't really care. I just kind of wanted to live by the way that I wanted to live, my rules. I didn't care about other people's opinion. Recently, I found a reason to want to heal, to want to get better, to want to treat people nicely. And it's... So I'm starting that journey again, where I need to just kind of realize that I have time. Oh my god, how am I not dead? Armor at risk? Okay. Okay. Well, I guess we need to go fix our armor. I guess. You know what? Let's get properly prepared for this. I haven't equipped like a certain ring, and let's actually. Um, anyway, so right now I'm in a spot in my life where I, instead of wanting to get sober, I want to heal the inner child that felt like he was never loved. Oh, okay. And so I'm taking it, as slow as I can. It's not easy. Oh. But I am trying to love myself. I'm trying. And yeah, so I've imagined where I want to be in life, as far as my healing, and I have seen the kind of man that I want to be, which is soft and gentle, and in order to get there, I need to love myself. Eventually. I don't need to do it today. I don't need to have full love for myself today. But I would like love for myself someday. Should we just go all in? I mean, this is the final boss, as far as I know. We could. Let's use all of these. And that should be good. Dex. Oh, we should have done endurance. Oh, fuck. So loving myself is completely new to me. Kind of like the idea of being sober is very new to me. And I think it does start with a little bit of a reason why, and then imagining what that life would be like. So, I like to use sobriety because it's just the easiest example. But I had a reason to get sober, which was firefighting. Then I imagined what my life would be like if I actually was a firefighter, and now here I am. And that took years. And that's always kind of the unfortunate part, right? Because you want these things, but they take time, and I hate that they do. I think that's probably the part I hate the most, right? even when it came to making my own chainmail vest, I imagined what that would be like. I wanted it. And then I would spend time on it every single day, and then 3 years later I had it. You know, and... But that was the thing, is that it took 3 years of my life to finish out that chainmail vest. And it's not even a full suit, it's just a vest. I don't even know if I would work on it again, because it's technically... It's wearable, but it's not up to my standard of finished. I also grew a little bit bigger in that time. So I went from a skinny man to a fat man. And, yeah. Yeah, Oh, you know what I should do? I should equip... Traverse Abyss. That's so stupid. Breaks when removed. Interesting. Boost critical. Poise. We want that one, and we also want... that one. Because I want to have... like a helmet, I guess. Oh, hell yeah. Hold up. Can we get another? Nope. That's fine. Alright. Fast rolling is the only acceptable rolling. At least in this game, for me. We'll talk about healing in just a second. Hi there, bud. Oh, Jesus. Use the flask. Okay. You're going down. Oh. Oh, that one's kind of delayed. Okay, cool. Yeah, I got you. Oh, dude, this is easy. Come on. Yeah, kick me. Yeah, kick me. Shit. Ah! Oh, I might die. Oh, he's dead. Oh. That was the easiest. That's the final boss? That was the final boss, right? Link the Fire. I think that's it. Oh, okay. I think we just beat the game. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we just beat the game. That was one of the easiest final bosses I have ever had from a Dark Souls game. Actually, I think it is the easiest Dark Souls final boss I've ever experienced. Did we get a bad ending? Oh my god. Oh. Well, we're gonna pause on the healing talk. We were only 30 minutes away from the actual ending? That's crazy, dude. Oh my god. I'm gonna have nothing to do. Man, okay, let's talk about the game. Where do I begin? I think we have to start with the good and then move into the bad. So there's a couple things that are good about this game, and I've already kind of talked about them, but we're just going to hit them all. We're going to hit all the points. Let's start with the most obvious. The enemy designs, the aesthetic, the art direction, the all those things combined, you know, the actual, like, the actual design and how the game looks. As far as looks, this game is really good. I especially love the enemy design. I think enemy designs in this game are just as good as they are in any other Dark Souls game. I love how some bosses look, how mangled and fucking, like, just whoever comes up with these designs is just a genius. Like, I don't know how you think of this kind of stuff. Like, I just love how the enemies look, and I really appreciate, like, yeah, the aesthetic and man, whew. Looks amazing. Graphically, really good. Number 2, good. The technical level design from area to area, really solid stuff. I think there was actually a couple areas that we didn't even get to experience. As I was looking at more retrospectives, I was like, there's some areas I'd never even been to because I just didn't explore, I guess? But the way that this game is designed, in its entirety, not just from individual levels, but, like, you go into an area, and it leads you back to a different area. And they're all interconnected somehow. That is one of its best things that it has. It is so cool to have that kind of level design where it's like, one moment we were in literal hell, like the depths of hell, and we got to an elevator that brought us back to Quelaag. That's genius. I don't know how to describe that, but it's just fucking genius. I think that's so cool. It's apparent even within the first area, Undead Undead Burg, I think it is, where like you get a little further down into the level, you know, and then it brings you back to like you kick down a ladder, and then it brings you back to one of the bonfires that's in Undead Burg. And that's like, I don't know, like the way that it brings back to some of the areas is really cool. Um, but it leads into this game's biggest flaw of all time. Is this a cutscene?
Indeed. The dark side brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world.
Is this just the beginning of the game again?
This is your fate.
No. This is, right? Nice helmet. I got the same one. It just starts you in New Game Plus. Oh my god. I mean, I'll kind of play it as I talk. So this game has one of the biggest game flaws, and I'm gonna... Some people actually really appreciate this aspect of the game. I actually think it is the biggest downside. Even though the levels are interconnected, there is not enough bonfires. Which means you have to keep going back and running back to the same areas that you have been to 1,000 times before because you kept dying in the same spot. And I've heard some people online say that I don't think they enjoy the running back part. They enjoy the more exploratory part of it, where it's like they said that like part of the journey is like getting to these places that you couldn't go to before. Like in a sense, I don't know. It's hard to explain that one. But like, how do I word this? They said that they liked navigating through each area. That in itself isn't inherently bad. I think that I can understand where they're coming from with that. My problem lies with every time you die, you have to retrack your steps and go back to where you were before because there isn't enough bonfires. And I think even just a few more would have been really nice. Just a few. It really didn't have to be a whole ton, but there are moments in this game where you die to a boss and all you want to do is just retry the boss, but you have to trudge through so much enemy and bullshit that like you might not even make it back to the boss because some fucking thing is behind the corner and you forgot about that particular enemy and it just fucking kills you. There goes all your souls. It is downright the worst part about this game in particular. I cannot stress enough how much I genuinely just cannot stand the run back to every single area. It just, like some others have said, they like the journey to some of these areas. I do not like that. Uh, let's see. Another bad about this game. I feel like when you first start learning this game, it can feel a little slow. It can feel a tiny bit. Oh, we can't even level up. Okay. Yeah, it can feel just a little slow. Just like the combat, like that in itself is already kind of a long attack, and then when you drink a flask, you stay in place, and you just have to like wait there, and it takes a second. And these are things that you can get used to, for sure. They're just a little wonky for me. I don't know. The combat in this game feels a little strange, a little off. I always had to be on the fast roll. I could not handle any other rolls. I think there are good options to the combat. I think the overall, like, I think one of the problems is that the game doesn't teach you the combat. Like, at first, when I was first learning this game, I was always trying to attack forward, right? Holding forward, attacking, just like that. Then, occasionally, I would kick. And I was always wondering, like, where the fuck did that come from? Why am I kicking, right? I had to learn, kind of like Smash Brothers, where, like, yes, you can hold forward and press attack, but if you kind of do them simultaneously, it does a different attack. And that's how I found out about this as well, the jump attack, right? Where normally if you just hold forward and hit heavy attack, it does that. But if you do them at the same time, it does that. The game doesn't tell you this. And that leads into the second biggest problem about this game. This game doesn't teach. Ever. I really, genuinely mean that. I don't think this game ever teaches you a goddamn thing. Like, I might be actually wrong, like factually wrong with that, but it felt like I never learned fucking anything from this game in particular. It didn't teach me its combat. It didn't teach me anything except for I'm going to die a lot, which is any Dark Souls game. If you've played any of them, they will all teach you that. And I think that's one of its worst aspects. Because the game doesn't fucking teach you a goddamn thing, it's hard not only to navigate to where to go next, but progression can be locked behind an item that you didn't even realize that you picked up. So, like, sometimes you'll pick up an item, like the orange ring, and then, you know, I guess most normal people would have read what that item did. But if you're like me, sometimes you just pick up an item and you forget that you even picked it up. You just think it's another soul that you can, you know, have in your inventory. and it's a problem. It's a problem because had I not looked up literally like more than half of the stuff in this game, I think the first example was I was in, I think it's New Londo, wherever the ghosts are, and I couldn't attack them. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why can I not attack them? I had to look up that you can use transient curse to attack them. Why would I ever know about that? Just realistically, why would I ever think to do that? That makes no sense. So I think it's a big flaw, honestly. And that's okay, you know. This game is the first of its kind, and I think that aspect is fine. I think I've definitely said this before, where it's like this game laid out a really good groundwork for the later Souls games, and I can appreciate that. Uh, we're already in a. I just. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna spend some moments here with this guy. Now, if I had anything else to say about this game, now that I've beaten it, I know I've talked a lot of trash about Dark Souls. My true and genuine feelings are that it's all right. I think there's some parts about this game that are a little bit more frustrating than normal. I have played other Dark Souls games, and I don't mind the occasional trap or bullshit sometimes because that's part of these games. I truly believe that this game has a lot of flaws that are just kind of, I don't know if they're overlooked or what's going on there, but there's a lot of stuff in this game that just kind of eggs me the wrong way. But there's also a lot of good stuff in here as well. It's kind of harder for me to articulate the good stuff into words that make sense. Which is why I kind of keep going back to, like, it laid a good foundation so that other Dark Souls games could thrive. And there's nothing really inherently wrong with that. I think the overall system, like when I look at this what is that, user interface, the UI. When I look at the UI, right, it has generally stayed the same for even to Elden Ring. If you push that on the D-pad, you put away your you put away your shield, or you put away your halberd, or you change your items, and that has generally always stayed the same. That right there, that little corner, generally stayed the same. The health bar with the stamina generally has stayed the same. The souls in the corner, those are all things that still exist in these Dark Souls games. So the foundation is there. It has always been there. The combat, the dodge rolling, having iframes, you know, light attack, heavy attack, it's all been there. Even to the parry. Generally, this has always been the case. Hi, Moji. And so, they designed this game like this, and then they improved it. I don't think the first time that you paint the Mona Lisa that it's gonna be good. But as time goes on, and you keep practicing and practicing and making it better, making more improvements, the Mona Lisa that you paint could be nearly perfect. The problem is that you have to start with a Mona Lisa that might just be shit. It might look nothing like the Mona Lisa, right? That's just a weird example. But, like, I could see the direction, even just from this first game. I could see where they were headed, and it makes sense. Every single game after this makes sense to where they were headed, what they were trying to develop. This one happens to be a little rough in general. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You know, sometimes you have to look back at your old stuff and be like, wow, that's what I made? You know, I've made music before, or I've done the same thing where I'm like, ooh, this is not good. But over time, I've made my music improve. Even though I still have no idea what the fuck I'm doing, it has improved over time. I didn't just start making good music. And I think this is where, in general, it kind of started. Like, yes, there was Demon Souls. I think this one is a little bit more of a better foundation for where the direction was going. I'm kind of just rambling at this point. Okay, so let's try to wrap it up. I initially was very turned off by this game. I didn't realize that I needed to be able to explore in different ways. I thought there was only one path, which was over here, and then to this direction, because it seemed to be the most reasonable, obvious path. Right? So I came over here, realized that the Skellymans are gonna kick my ass, and I just did that for an hour or two and realized that, oh shit, I don't think this game is for me. Right? I was initially very turned off. Horribly turned off. I didn't realize that a lot of this game is just noticing the level design, right? When I got put down in this area, it's obvious to me. This is where you go. No, it is actually over here. That's realistically the first place that you should go, is up that direction, right? It didn't take me until the second time playing this that there's also a path down here. I wouldn't have ever seen this had I just not, explored. And I think, in general, the game is trying to teach you that you need to explore a little bit further outside of the obvious. And I'm not exactly good at that. And I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with that design. I actually think, thank you, they taught me a lesson. I just said 15 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, that this game doesn't teach you anything. I guess it does teach you little things, but I don't think I would have been able to get through this game if I didn't look up a lot of things. There was so much knowledge that I needed to understand. Oh, I don't know what's going on with my hand. Oh. You know what? Let's say one more good thing about this game. I think the bosses are pretty decent. I don't think that they're as good as some of the other games, but I think that overall the bosses are pretty good, except for, I think it was Capra Demon. I think it was either Capra Demon or Taurus Demon. One of those. The demon with the two dogs. I think that's a awful boss. Gravelord Nito. Hated him. I think he was actually the worst boss in the entire game. I will stand by that. That boss is bullshit. That is not good boss design. Adding bullshit, like more enemies that can just hurt you in the boss, that is stupid. They need to stick to bosses like the final boss that have a good move set, and it's just you and one boss. I'm even gonna say this: I did not like the gank fight of Smo and Ornstein. I didn't like it at first. Like overall, it did. Like I kind of came around to understanding that boss and how it works. But in general, I still think that having two bosses in one fight, it's just kind of unfair. And I'll always stand by that. I don't think that having two bosses at the same time is good game design. Granted, their movesets work pretty well together. I'll give them that. Those movesets, one of them slow, one of them fast, those are actually good. The problem is that most people can't comprehend fighting two people at once. It's like the Godskin duo in Elden Ring. It like when you first fight Godskin duo, it feels like a point in the game that you're just like, oh, well that's fucking stupid, and it kind of fucking is. Granted, you can learn the boss fight, but like overall, it's just I'm never going to like double boss fights. I think they're dumb. I don't think that they're good game design. I just don't like it. It's just not for me. I think that we need to abolish that. I think bosses are a one-on-one fight. I actually think that the biggest problem I have with Gravelord Nito is not the enemies that are placed in the arena with you. It's the fact that they do not have a permadeath. The skeletons will come back. Stupid. If it was just a couple mobs that died, I actually would like that fight. I think it would be a really good fight. And there are ways around that. You can get a different weapon that permanently kills them, but what's the point if I put everything into strength? I'm not going to put 15 points into fucking faith just to kill this one boss, because I already have a build. It's a strength build or a dex build. I'm not going to go to faith randomly and just, what's the point of that? And then upgrade this weapon and use all my valuable materials on this weapon that I'm going to use once and then go back to being a strength build? No. That is dumb. I think this game exceeds at the one thing that every Dark Souls game will teach you: patience. I think patience in these games is the best quality about these games. If you have patience, you will beat this game one day. I think that's the best thing I can say about this game. But I think that's kind of where I'm going to end it right now. I would not see myself coming back to this game in less than a year. I think I like it, but I don't love it. And that's okay. That's okay for me. I wanted to love this game. I don't think I will. I think I'm going to love Dark Souls 3. I think Dark Souls 3 probably aligns a little bit more with what I like from a FromSoft game. And to be perfectly honest, they should just make Bloodborne 2. Come on, what are you waiting for? Bloodborne 2 or Sekiro 2 would really be the next direction. I don't think we need anything Elden Ring related. I think we've got enough of that. Alright. I'm sorry if I offended anybody by speaking truthfully about this video game. Realistically, again, if you love this game, I have no problem with that. I think it's not for me. I think this game and probably Dark Souls 2 and probably Demon Souls are just not what I want to see. I like the future games. I like anything probably. I haven't played Dark Souls 3, but probably from Dark Souls 3 and beyond is probably what I like. Anything before that, I don't think this is my kind of game. And I'm sorry. That's just who I am. I wanted to love this game. I wanted it to be one of the best games that I ever played. It just isn't. And don't get me wrong, I could play it again and probably do way better this time, but the first experience of this game was nothing like my first experience with Elden Ring, right? And that wasn't even my first Dark Souls game, but my first experience with Elden Ring was magic. It was everything I ever wanted in a video game. It was so fucking good. This game, Dark Souls, is rough. It's really rough. Guys, it is super rough, and I'm sorry to tell you that. It's just not the same experience. Alright, let's do the raid. Let's see, who are we raiding today? Oof, Ludwig? I don't know about that. Oh, we'll do, if we can, we're gonna do, Linkus 7. Oh, hell yeah. He's doing a subathon. Wind Waker HD first playthrough? Oh, it's Linkus 7, but that's a girl. What the fuck? That's definitely Linkus 7's channel. Is that like his girlfriend or something? I don't fucking know. Either way, we're gonna be rating Linkus 7. And she's playing Wind Waker, so enjoy that. I love you guys. I really do. And I wish to love myself too. I will be seeing you next time. And I'm pretty sure I know exactly what I want to play. Alright. Dragon Chains. Out.